Hey new parents, I'm Brian and welcome back to The Dad Life. It's been quite an eventful year and I'm amazed by how slow and fast it has gone by, right? And we're just a couple of weeks away from Christmas and this will be my last video for the year. For starters, creating this channel was a big adventure for me, and I'm really glad that I did it. I've had the chance to interact with so many new parents through this channel and I'm genuinely very grateful for each of you. And I've also had the opportunity to review a lot of new products that I otherwise probably wouldn't have used, and it's really helped me to see the difference in quality between different brands and products. Now, YouTube is an interesting platform in many respects, kind of strange and isolating in some sense, mostly because it is primarily a one-way communication medium where I'm sharing some insights that I've gathered that I think might be useful for other new parents like yourselves. And I started this originally because I wanted a way to document the things that I hope my kids might benefit from in the future someday if they choose to have kids. And hopefully some of you will also benefit from this along the way. I'm not an expert in raising kids by any means, and I'm right there in the trenches with you every single day learning and making mistakes. I really do enjoy diving into products since I'm a product designer myself and helping you give you my perspective on what products are made reliably, actually do what they claim to say that they do, and which ones are the most user-friendly from a design perspective. And to close out this year, I'm going to run through my top 5 favorite products for this year. And these are the ones that I've honestly used the most and have had the best experiences with. So, number 1, the Nuna Car Seat. I think it's the Pippa Lite. We use this literally every single day when we have to go pick up or drop off our youngest one at school, and we usually bring it inside the house and load up the baby in the carrier where we have a lot more open space to work with. And then we transfer him into the car, and it's literally 2 clicks and we're good to go. We've used this carrier for both of our kids over the last 3 years, and the main reason that I got this was, well, actually 3 reasons. The first reason is it's made from Nuna, which is one of the top baby product brands in the United States. A lot of our friends who have had babies recently also have had great experiences with Nuna, so we decided to splurge on this one, and it's been worth every dollar. The second reason, it was the lightest carrier that was available at the time on the market, and I think it still is. They had just adopted a new fire-resistant material that was approved and was significantly more lightweight than its previous version, and this made the entire carrier about 5 pounds without the baby. For those of you who have used other carriers, some of these can be between 8 and 12 pounds without the baby, which is really heavy once you have a growing baby in there. So for the sake of our backs and arms, we decided to get this one, and we have no regrets. And the third reason we got this one is that it also works really well as part of a travel system like a stroller, where it can clip in easily into Nuna strollers without any adapters, and it can also attach into other strollers like the Mockingbird stroller with some custom adapters. It might be compatible with other strollers, but I just don't know which ones those are, and I'm sure there are other videos out there that cover this. The number 2 most used piece of baby gear in our house by a long shot is the Momcozy Auto Bottle Washer. Now, if you've been following the channel, you know how much I've grown to love this product. It has seriously saved a ton of time washing, drying, and sanitizing baby gear over the last 7 months. And I'm honestly so glad that I've discovered this and that Momcozy has even become a partner of the channel. Even without their partnership though, this product is something that I would recommend to anyone who has to clean multiple bottles multiple times every day. This doesn't just save us time, it also reduced our water usage and electricity bill versus having to run our dishwasher multiple times a day. This product now can be ordered in the US, Canada, Germany, France, and some other countries, I believe. So just remember to choose the right voltage specification for your country, because if you don't, you might get an underperforming unit or something that isn't optimized for your region. So check out this video over here if you want to see why I think it's a game changer for any new parent. Okay, so this next one might be a little bit controversial. It's the Baby Brezza Formula Pro Mixer. Now before I get into this one, for those of you who are tempted to cancel me on social media, feel free to, that's fine. But I'm not advocating for or against formula. That's not the point of this part of the segment. I'm simply advocating for this particular product, which has been extremely helpful for us since we switched to powdered formula for our little one. My goal, seriously, is not to offend anyone, and if anyone is easily offended by the use of formula, please feel free to skip ahead or navigate away from the video. Comments that are inflammatory or disrespectful, like some that were in a previous video of mine, will be removed from the video. Okay, that being said, one of the main things with powdered formula is having to measure the exact amount of powder into the bottle every single time. And as your child grows, the amount that they need each bottle or each day could change depending on if they're transitioning to solids or if their feeding schedule changes a little bit. Keeping track of how much powder to add for a given amount of water is a hassle. And then ensuring that the powdered formula is measured exactly in the tiny cup that they provide is not really easy. And then making sure that all the formula is mixed well is something to keep in mind. And finally, getting the temperature of the water to where you want is also another factor that you have to take into account. Basically, this machine measures, mixes, and heats up the water to the desired temperature all in one, and it does it incredibly fast, within 10 seconds. And I challenge anyone to try to do this by hand in 10 seconds on their own. When you have a hangry baby that wants milk now, this becomes a huge help. Okay, enough said. Number 4, the Momcozy Breast Milk Cooler. Now, obviously, this is something that my wife was using more often, but it quickly became a daily workhorse in our household. Since my wife returned to work, and while she was still breastfeeding at the time, she needed to pump multiple times a day at work, and she needed a way to keep the milk cold, especially if she was maybe out of the office visiting field sites or maybe had other meetings where a refrigerator wasn't readily accessible. Now, the beauty of this product, which I thoroughly tested in this video over here, is that it actually keeps milk cold, not just chilled, but almost near 32 degrees Fahrenheit or 0 degrees Celsius for about 20 hours, which is crazy good. It keeps milk cold below the CDC recommended temperature for being refrigerated, which is 40 degrees Fahrenheit, and it absolutely can do this for an extended period of time. For what it's worth, I also tested the market-leading chiller out there, and the difference was significant and fairly obvious. The Momcozy Cooler is the way to go. One other interesting way to use this is if your fridge is far away from your bedroom at night, you could store your milk directly into the cooler overnight after you're pumping in the middle of the night, and then transfer it into the freezer or the fridge in the morning. So that's just a pro tip if that fits your situation. Last but not least, the product that is on 24/7 in our house is the Eufy E21 Baby Cam. This isn't your standard baby cam though. This is the first and only baby cam that I know of that has a 4K resolution and a hybrid connection mode that allows you to use the camera over Wi-Fi, or you can choose to have it in a completely offline mode where there's only a connection to your external monitor if you want that level of privacy. Now, the picture quality is the best that I've seen on the market so far, and it works really well and reliably. We've been using this for about 2 months now, and my only wish is that they would come out with an additional camera so I can put one in my older kids' room. That way I can monitor both rooms with the same app. I've heard that this is coming soon, so I'm gonna keep waiting for that, and I'll be able to give an update for you about this hopefully in the new year. The active noise reduction feature also works surprisingly well, and it really does offer clear sound monitoring quality and not like your standard baby cam that always has some level of high sensitivity, background static, or white noise. So I really do categorize this as a must-have for new parents. Since we're in the holiday season, any one of these products could be a really nice gift for yourselves or for another parent in your circles. So get these while they're still available. Check out the links in the description below, and you might be able to get an extra discount by using the links and the codes, depending on when you see this video. Okay, well, thanks a lot for hanging out with me today, and if you found this video helpful, go ahead and subscribe below so you get more baby gear reviews and practical parenting tips whenever they drop. Have a great holiday season, and I'll see you in the new year.